now I'm going to go into the actual, like, police report, and if I get in trouble for this, I don't care, because I want to close this chapter and to be okay with that, and feel like I'm getting my story out there and knowing that it's not my fault, and where I'm getting blamed as some bad person, and never felt like I really am accepted because they make me out to be this bad person and this bad mom. And hopefully it shares some light on the questions you guys may have. So going into the police report, it happened on 1/1/22, and it says, upon arrival, I guess this is from some cop that wrote it, that they were reference to a domestic battery, but see, you realize it said domestic battery, not child abuse. So, and then it says, upon arrival, I made contact with the cousin's husband, who stated that Megan, the suspect, had battered his wife, the cousin, and Alora's dad. The complainant advised the suspect had been drinking throughout the day and had become belligerent, even though it does not say in here that they were all drinking except for the cousin's husband, even though in this paper it states that they were all drinking too, not just me. And then shortly after, the complainant heard victim 3, I'm guessing that's the cousin, and the suspect screaming at each other. The complainant went to the bedroom and observed victim 3, which would, I'm guessing, and it's not the, would be pinning me to the ground. After he separated them and victim 3 and the suspect, meaning me, he saw a bite mark on the pinky, on the victim 3's pinky, which would indicate why there would be a bite mark, was because of her being on top of me. And then it also says, I spoke with Aaron, who is a suspect's boyfriend. Mr. Johnson explained that the suspect had been drinking throughout the day, and would engage in verbal arguments with his mother, even though all of them were ganging up on me. They know that his mom was very much into always starting drama and everything. He overheard the suspect call his mother a bitch, and the suspect would tell him to take her side. I did call her a bitch, yes, because that's how she was acting, and the fact that it was always that he was taking her side, no matter what it was, no matter if me and him had a disagreement or didn't agree on things, he would always take her side, and it would be that they would gang up against me every single time. It wasn't that it was me and him, it was her and him ganging up on me. And then it goes on to say that him and the suspect began a verbal altercation which carried into the bedroom of the apartments. I was trying to make my point of why I called her a bitch. When Mr. Johnson told the suspect that he was not going to take her side, he said that she immediately became irritable, even though, like, he says that he's not taking her side, even though you could tell out in the living room and everything he was taking her side. Then it says that Mr. Johnson advised the suspect that the suspect lunged towards him and bit him on the forearm, even though we were face to face. He was able to separate himself from the victim and went to tell the cousin about the altercation. Mr. Johnson states that victim number 3 walked into the bedroom and was immediately attacked by the suspect, even though I never attacked her. He observed the suspect lunging towards victim 3, the cousin, by her neck. He said victim 3 was able to control the suspect by pinning her on the ground while he was able to grab Alora. He was able to remove the child without incident while the suspect remained inside the room until the police arrived. Observed my bite mark on the victim's left forearm of Alora's dad. And it says that that they also made contact with the cousin who was currently residing with the suspect in the apartment, that she went to the room to give the victim one a bottle for our daughter, which she did. And as the suspect approached the room, she met the victim 2, who showed her the injury on her forearm. While speaking to victim 2, she observed the jump on top of victim 1, who was laying on the bed when entering the room. So how is it that I'm laying on the bed, and how could I have jumped on them or lunged at them if I was on the bed? And it also says that the suspect with her husband intervened. That's when the suspect's husband intervened. Then it also says that they spoke with the kid's dad's mom, and that she currently resides in the apartment. Witness stated that the suspect had been drinking throughout the day and was very belligerent, but even though they never said that they were all drinking, even though in the other papers it says that they were all drinking all day too, not just me. So why are they pinning it on me of being the only one drinking, even though they all were? And then it goes to that she saw the suspect was stumbling through the apartment while holding her daughter, even though she was playing with her cousins. And that she advised that she and the suspect were on the back patio earlier that evening, and she observed that the suspect dropped the daughter on the ground, even though that never happened because no one else said any of that either. So it's like they all have different stories that they're saying. And explained that the victim was crying hysterically after the incident, even though no one, not even the cousin or her dad, said any of that. So why is she saying a different thing? And it explains that the victim was crying hysterically but did not see any injuries from the fall. She observed a minor injury to the victim's back in the bedroom, even though that was never said by the other 2 people. It says that the suspect 2, I'm guessing Alora's dad, shared a child in common, Alora, and that the suspect victims and all witnesses reside in the same area. And it says that I detained Megan and informed her of her rights, post the Miranda rights, and states that she caused a physical altercation with the cousin, but explained that she attacked her in self-defense, and the suspect won around while being intoxicated. She never dropped her, and the suspect advised she blacked out during the altercation with Mr. Johnson and did not recall sustaining a bite mark on his forearm. I asked the suspect how many drinks she had, and she said 13 beers and 1 margarita, even though that's not what I said. And it just doesn't make sense, and I just don't get it. It's like this all is different stories. So the cousin and Alora's dad did not say anything, the same thing that the kid's dad's mom said. So it's all the thing, and how they were all like ganging up on me just to get Alora. So yeah.